Setting goals is super important in life. Can you guess how many people actually have a solid plan for setting, adjusting, and strengthening their goals? Not many. But if you do this, you'll stand out and impress others. Seriously, if you work hard on setting goals, keep tweaking them, and talk about them, you'll be on your way to the top. We need to think about the future. It's like a promise waiting to happen. But a lot of people worry about the future because they haven't really thought it through. The best way to think about the future is with excitement. And you can do that by setting clear goals. Setting goals is simple. First, figure out what you want. Take some time to think about it. What skills do you want to learn? How much money do you want to make? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Just sit down and think about it. Think about your future in terms of money, friends, people you want to meet, and places you want to visit. Just take some time to think about it all. Then, when you have an idea of what you want, write it down. It's pretty simple. Make it a family thing, involve your spouse, kids, and even your workmates. Make it a big part of your life, always setting, adjusting, checking, and making your goals stronger. That's the number one thing for success. It's important to know what you want to do with what you have now. That's a basic part of planning. Most people I talk to already have something, but the question is, what are you doing with it? You might have time, money, or other resources. It's about figuring out how to use what you've got. The big question is, what are you doing with it? Where are you putting it? First, you need to know about society and money. You need to know how to earn money, where it comes from, and why it's important to manage it well. Kids should learn early on what to do with their money. If a child gets $1 and spends it right away, they're learning the wrong habits. And if they keep spending money poorly, they'll probably keep making the same mistakes with their future dollars too. As we grow older, the things we learn when we're young often shape how we act for the rest of our lives. Learning how to handle money wisely is like taking care of a goose that lays golden eggs. Being a responsible taxpayer is important. Some of your money should go to banks so successful people can borrow it to start businesses and create jobs. You should also set aside money for charity, taxes, savings, and investing. It's crucial to have a plan for managing your money so that when you're older, like at age 65, you don't end up broke like many people do. Instead, you'll have enough to live comfortably, share with others, and enjoy life because you managed your resources wisely. What I mean is, we all need a steady plan for learning. This means regularly going to the library, attending lectures, and joining seminars. Many people only get ideas by chance, like when someone mentions something or when they read a book that might be helpful. When you listen to a sermon, it's good to have a journal to write down notes. Wherever you are, try to learn something, but do it deliberately, do it regularly, and do it every day. We need a steady plan for reading books. Many people read books randomly or not at all. Some don't have a good plan for choosing the right books. For example, instead of reading important books, someone might just read comics. They miss out on things that could really help them because they don't have a plan. Here's something to think about: good ideas usually don't come to you without effort. You have to go after them. You have to search for them. There's a saying in the Bible that if you look for something, you'll find it. So, having a consistent plan for gaining knowledge, reading books, attending lectures, and collecting ideas in a journal is important. If you follow this plan, it will help you succeed. Do you know how many people have a steady plan for learning new things? Not many. But you want to be one of those few. You need a plan, a clear plan for how you'll spend your time working. We call this a game plan. Many people just try to figure out what they'll do tomorrow or next week in their head. Some don't even think that far ahead. They just think, I need to get up and go to work in the morning, and that's all. You need a strategy, a plan for your money, your work time, and your personal time. Your family needs a plan too, so you won't miss out on important things that help your life and success. Everyone in the family needs a plan, including the kids, mom, and dad. If you're in business, you need a plan for your business and your office. This plan should detail how you'll use your time at work. In leadership seminars, we discuss how to create detailed plans for the day, week, month, and even 6 months or a year ahead. We've learned in global business that having detailed plans is crucial. Otherwise, you'll miss out on something important. Let me tell you, having a detailed plan for your work time will really put you ahead, because most people don't have one. When I was 25, Mr. He shared some wisdom with me. He said, "Jim, to improve, you need to spend time with the right people. If you surround yourself with people who can improve your life and lifestyle, you'll be amazed at how much progress you can make. Surround yourself with people who share your goals for success, ideas, and values. Remember, never underestimate the power of influence." You might say, "I'm around these people, but they don't affect me." That's not true. Whoever you spend time with has an impact on your life. So, this year, make plans to spend time with the right people. Surround yourself with folks who talk about positive ideas and deep thoughts, not just the latest jokes. Spend time with people who read, succeed, and keep growing. If you don't, you might end up heading in the wrong direction because of the influence around you. It's true, sometimes we can't avoid being around negative influences, but we can balance it out by spending more time with the right kind of people. Seek out those who can positively impact your life, whether financially, personally, spiritually, or socially. If you make a habit of being around the right people, it'll really boost you up. Can you believe how few people surround themselves with others who share their goals for progress, success, and big ideas? It's true, there aren't many. But why not be one of the rare ones? When I met Mr. Schauf at age 25, he shared something important, the art of lifestyle. He called it learning how to live. It's about always finding ways to live uniquely and enjoy what you have now. Lifestyle is all about mastering how to live your life to the fullest. Imagine earning a lot of money but not enjoying it properly. That would be sad. Mr. Schauf taught me that even the little things, like tipping, matter in lifestyle. He showed me the true meaning of the word tip. I didn't know much about tipping when I met him in that small farm community. But Mr. Schauf taught me something important about it. He said, tip stands for to ensure promptness. It means giving a tip up front to ensure good service, not waiting to see if you get good service before tipping. Mr. Schauf told me, sophisticated people make sure they get good service. It's just one small part of learning about lifestyle, how to enjoy your family, your money, your time, your belongings, and even your own thoughts. Finding ways to anticipate your family's needs and doing it joyfully instead of with resentment, and finding great joy in what you already have. Many people say, if I had more money, I'd be happier. But happiness isn't just about money, it's something you have to work on. Money alone won't make you happy. One of life's great lessons is that you can learn a lot if you want to. You could learn many languages and develop numerous skills. It's important to have a schedule and a plan for developing those skills. Don't settle for being less than you can be. You don't want to wake up at the end of your life and realize you only lived a fraction of it and didn't become the person you could have been because you didn't take the time to develop your skills. Developing your personal skills requires a lot of discipline, but it's worth it. Take classes and do everything you can to develop every skill you can, whether it's leadership, diplomacy, language, or business skills. Make sure to plan for the development of all your personal skills. Keeping a list of goals has served me well. Looking back at goals I set many years ago, I smile because some of those things aren't even important to me now. I've grown and changed, but my advice is this: decide what you want, narrow it down to 3 priorities, keep your old list, and when you achieve something on your list, check it off. Checking things off your list is part of the fun, and adding a little drama can make it even more enjoyable. For example, I set a goal to visit Spain many years ago, and when I finally made my first trip there, I had my journal with me. As the plane landed in Madrid, I waited until the wheels touched the runway, and then I checked off the goal in my journal, adding a little excitement to the moment. Part of the joy of having a list is marking things off. Now, here's what's really important about making lists and planning for your future. When your future becomes clear, the effort becomes easier because you need to remember, for every goal you set, there's effort required. Everyone has to put in the effort, follow through, and stick to the plan. But here's what I've learned: if your goal is clear and meaningful, the effort feels lighter. Setting goals takes hard work. I know it's not easy. That's why many people avoid it. It's challenging, and while many people work hard at their jobs, they don't put in the effort to plan for their future. They let it slide. Planning requires effort. I understand that many people don't want to put in that effort, but don't let that be you. Some may say, after a long day's work, it's late by the time you get home. You have to eat dinner, watch some TV, and then go to bed. You can't stay up late planning. These people are hard workers and sincere, but you need to be more than just sincere and a hard worker. You need to be a good planner. Someone once wisely said, "Those who fail to plan are planning to fail." Nicely put. Record your goals in your journal because one of the most important individuals to understand is yourself. Here's the list of goals I compiled 3 weeks ago. And here's the list of goals I made 2 years ago. Look at the adjustments I've made. I've rearranged my priorities, crossed some off, added others. I've achieved these ones. Study your achievements, understand your aspirations. Write them down, put them on paper. Another reason for writing down your goals: it demonstrates your commitment to improvement. To improve, you need to be serious. You don't have to be gloomy, but you need to take things seriously. I used to have something called passive hope. It's not good, it's a problem. Even worse than that is happy hope. That's really bad, happy hope. So, take your goals seriously, write them down on paper. There are all sorts of goals: financial goals, family goals. There are so many things to work on that if you don't start working on them now, time will pass, and 5 years from now, you'll end up where you don't want to be, wearing what you don't want to wear, driving what you don't want to drive, being who you don't want to be. Now is the time to change it. And here's an important thing to remember: your goals affect you. Whatever they are, your goals influence your handshake, your attitude, your personality. Your goals influence the way you walk, talk, and dress. All day, what we want to achieve affects us. But some people pick boring goals that bring them down. I once asked someone about their monthly goals, and they just said they wanted to barely scrape by with their bills. That's a goal, sure, but it's not exciting. It won't make you want to jump out of bed on Monday. Most people just dread Mondays. In fact, some people have given up so much, they just wait for weekends. That's too bad. Everyone hopes things will improve, even those who are struggling. But just hoping doesn't make the future better. We need a plan to make it better.